having won the toss and decided to bat first. The West Indies batsmen bat without their brain. It was a brainless batting display. I challenge anyone to convince me that these batsmen, with the exception of Chanderpaul, who got a very good one from Ashwin, and to a lesser extent, Atanaz, although he played a poor shot also, but he's on debut, so he is forgiven. But the rest of the batsmen, no one can convince me that they have a brain. Because if they have a brain, that brain is far up their arse. After winning the toss and decided to bat on an easy pace, Windsor Park pitch, the West Indies batsmen proceed to throw away their wickets one after the other. And I am telling you now, Reefer is not a number 3. And that is also contributing to the poor performance of the West Indies team when you continue to have Raymond Reefer batting at number 3. Bat the gentleman at number 6 or 7. Again, yesterday I told you that Holder best batting is when he's batting at 8 and 9. That is the time when Holder average is over 30. His average when he bats at 6 and 7 is a disappointing 21 and 23. And again, Holder, who on international TV, being interviewed by the ICC, said that he doesn't care what people in the Caribbean said. He said that we can say what we want to say, but all the brain is far, far up his arse in a dark place. Because why else could someone play that shot if that's not the case? And so we are left to Cornwall and Roach to try to give us a respectable total and Warwick to come next. 146 for 8 after winning the toss. In all honesty, Atanaz looked good and relaxed and comfortable, and he showed great balance, very good balance, and he looked the part. He looks a world-class batsman, and long may this continue. I never loved the way that he got out, but maybe it is because of so many wickets falling around him, and the pressure was just too great for the young man on his debut. But apart from Atanaz, as I said, and 𝚋𝚒 Chanderpaul, who really got a good one from Ashwin, what the hell was the rest of the West Indies batsmen doing? It's clear, as I said, it was a hapless performance. It was a brainless performance. They don't have any brain. And so as we watch Ashwin, 147 for 8, ball to Cornwall, who strokes this down the onside of the pitch, and Ashwin field. At the end of the 61st over, West Indies 147 for 8. Kirk Ahmed, good night, Mr. Cricket Firm. It's time Holder must go, and why is Holder batting before Cornwall is madness. And why Joseph also bat before Cornwall? Why did Joseph comes out and bat before Cornwall? That's also another question. Cornwall is clearly a better batsman than Joseph. So why? Reefer at number 3 and Blackwood with his 158 series to save his spot has got to go. How can we accept this kind of crap? Travis Brathwaite, you're dead right. On the stroke of lunch, with West Indies in trouble, Blackwood tried to hit Jadeja over the top and was out caught. Just block out the other few balls. What about hitting the balls on the ground? He played a very splendid cover drive early in his innings. What about repeating that by playing a nice look on drive to the right or left of Mohamed Siraj? It was a nothing delivery. Which one of those deliveries, except for the one that got Chanderpaul out, which one of those deliveries were world-class delivery? It's a disgraceful, once again, it's a pathetic batting performance from the West Indies. Loud appeal, not outside the umpire. So that's Jadeja bowling to Kemar Roach. This was a loud appeal. If you're appealing so confidently, use the review. Well, Kohli gone for the review. Let's watch and see what. I wasn't watching it. So let's watch and see. Sharma gone for the review as Roach and Cornwall meet in the middle of the pitch and punch gloves. Let's see. Jadeja to that one go pitching just about mid on leg. Oh, it does. Wow. It's very interesting. Did it hit pad first or bat first? This one is going to be very close. It looks like it's pad first. Pad first. It's going to be very close. This is a very good review. This is going to be a very good review. This one looked like it hit pads first. Let's see what ball tracking will show. Pitching line, hitting line, pad first, stump hitting, Roach gone. So Roach gone. So West Indies have lost their 9th wicket. It was pad first. It's clearly 147 now for 9. West Indies in real trouble after winning the toss. And you don't blame Roach. Roach is not in this team to bat. If we won the toss and decided to bat, Roach should not even be batting today. Roach got some seeds tomorrow. But we cannot bat out. We cannot bat out at this time, 61.3 overs. And we have lost 9 wickets and a very flat Windsor Park pitch. The pitch is doing absolutely nothing. A few balls bite and turn, yes. But if you are playing cricket and you cannot bat a few balls that bite and turn, why are you playing? Our batsmen gave away their wicket. This is ridiculous, man. And I just want to welcome, sorry about that, welcome everyone. Please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. Forgive me. Welcome, thank you for being here. And please remember, 1 win betting. Click on the link in the video description or also our link in the live chat and register today with 1 win. Kirk is saying the next test, Mackenzie in for all at the cricket forum. Mackenzie has to play. Mackenzie has to play the next test. The good thing about it, this test match, this squad was only named for the 1 test match. The squad is not for the 2nd test match. So maybe it's time now. I have said this before, and I'm saying it again. It is time that some of these players be cut off, not only from the white ball squad, but also from the test squad. It's time that some of these players be cut off outside the off stump. Warwick leaves alone and it goes through to the keeper. So there's 2 slippers, silly pointer forward short leg as Jadeja, who is round the wicket to bowl to Warwick, who leaves alone. Wow, what is he doing? He leaves alone anyhow. But it was a very exciting leave alone. But he leaves alone and it goes through to the keeper. Travis Brathwaite, we have to stop the nonsense and accept that Pooran and King Hetmyer are better than Blackwood and Reefer. We need to stop the nonsense. Travis Brathwaite, that may be so. Now, realistically, if you look, I would have King probably in the squad for the next match. I'm not sure if he will play. But while King play red ball cricket, Pooran and Hetmyer is not playing red ball cricket. And we must not forget that Hope average in test cricket is only 25.05. And it is despite the poor performance of these guys, they are averaging higher than Hope. Travis, I will have Hope in my test team. For Pooran and Hetmyer, I want them to come and play some red ball cricket. I think they can do better than these guys, but show that they are committed to the cause first and come and play some red ball cricket. As a South African, West Indies batting is shambolic. That's a good word. It is shambolic. Just as our batting in Test cricket. West Indies batting, of course, it's shambolic. Ian Nichols, welcome to the show. Schoolboy what? Schoolboy critter. What is critter? I don't understand critter though. What is schoolboy cricket this? Someone said this morning that my over 50 team that played curryboard cricket on a Sunday is better than the West Indies team. I don't think so. But some of the dismissal, we do not get out that way. No, this is shambolic, as the person said, as Warwick and Seckers, as Ashwin over the wicket, ball to Warwick and he defends into the offside. The man at backward point field, and there's no run. The score remained 148 for 9. West Indies in deep trouble. Here from Charlotte. You on from Charlotte, how are you doing? True. Fire for West Indies batters. Yes, you want fire, man. We need to turn up the fire on them. I don't know where their brain is. Sheldon outsmart Athanaze with a faster one, shorter than the ball before than cramping. Sorry about that. No objection there, Sheldon. No objection, but he probably shouldn't be pulling that ball. I don't have any objection. Hope that he learned from the experience. But Athanaze, to a lesser extent, as I said, and 𝚎𝚒 Chandapaul, who got a good one. The rest of the batsmen gave away their wicket. Tell me one good delivery that get the rest of the batsmen. And why was it that Joseph bat ahead of Cornwall? What is Kohli doing? Is Kohli in charge of this team or what? Or is he just a figurehead? Because there's no way Joseph should be batting ahead of Cornwall. And if that's what Kohli is coming to the table with, I'm going to burn him out. He's my good friend. I respect him a lot. And he knows that. And I think he's a very good coach and pay a lot of attention to details and so on. And I have a lot of respect for Kohli. But if that is the nonsense he's going to come to the table with, allowing Alzarri Joseph to bat ahead of Cornwall, I will be the first to burn him out. There's no way Joseph should have batted ahead of Cornwall. Dennis Barnaby, welcome to the show as we watch Jadeja over the wicket to Warwick, and Warwick defends down the onside of the pitch. And Jadeja in his follow-through field, the scores are 149 for 9. As West Indies are in deep trouble. Warwick and Seckers, Jadeja, over the wicket, round the wicket, ball to Warwick, who defends down the offside of the pitch. The bowler field in his follow-through. Good afternoon, Cricket Forum. I think it is now West Indies and not West Indies. I've heard people calling them a lot. Travis Brathwaite, he drives through the offside. Can't beat the man at cover though, and there's no run. Tage bats with no intent. He has to show more intent without being reckless. Like work the ball into the gaps and run hard. Good point that Travis Brathwaite is making there. Very good point. He just blocks and then gets a good ball. A very good point that Travis Brathwaite made there. Yes, 𝚎𝚒 needs to pick up the singles. He's blocking the word that Travis used there is intent. He needs to show. Barrington Clark, welcome. Brandon King should be in this West Indies side. I have no doubt about that Brandon King can contribute significantly to this West Indies side. You can, to me, is only one player in this team deserve their position in the top 5. One, and it's Alec Athanaze. We can drop any one of them. When last Brathwaite or Chandapaul make a score? When last? After that big partnership in Zimbabwe, when last any of them make a score? None of them game is secure in this team. When last? Reefer scored 3 consecutive half-century, 2 against Zimbabwe. But after the one against South Africa, what has he done? Blackwood as usual, 1 half-century every series. Any one of these top 5 can be dropped except Atanase. They are doing nothing to deserve their game. Just throwing away the wicket. As I said, their head, their brain must be far up their arse. Because that was brainless batting. 150 for 9 at the end of over number 64. Disgraceful to have refought number 3. Kirk Ahmed. Mr. Cricket Forum, if Stage and Brathwaite don't start making... That's the point I was just making, Kirk Ahmed. It looks like you were reading my thought. They need to start making runs after that massive partnership against Zimbabwe. What have they done? What have they done? No half century between the two of them. You know how many innings? 2 against Zimbabwe, 4 against South Africa, and 2 more today. How many innings is that? 8 innings. 8 innings. And they batted in the Zimbabwe second innings. So it's 10 innings. So in the last 10 innings between them, none of them have scored a half century since that wonderful, magnificent world record partnership against Zimbabwe. They need to come to the table too. They need to come to the table. No one game is safe. No one. Oh, is he out? Good catch at forward short leg. And that's the end of the West Indies innings. What is going on here? So the fielder, so refer it. If you don't know, refer it. If you don't know, refer it. That's all you need to do. Did Cornwall did an oral fitness test? Thank you for the laugh. Thank you for the laugh, Sean Brooms. Thank you for the laugh. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. For the TNT test, I am playing Bravo, Kirk, and Gabriel for Reefer, Blackwood, and Warrican. Sheldon, Bravo is not coming back near West Indies team. I'm telling you. He's not going to play anymore. So it's off the gloves, off the pad, and balloon to forward short leg. The fielder dive forward and on the ground. That is not a catch. That touched the ground. You can't give that out. I don't think the fingers are under that. Bravo is not going to play for West Indies again, Sheldon. Bravo is not going to play for West Indies. He's not in the mix, Sheldon. But Reefer needs to go. Kirk needs to come in. Anybody can drop, as I said. Let's watch it. Is that that's on the ground? That's not out. You can't give that out, umpire. There's no way you can give that out. That is on the ground. Look, see it there. Right, it's much clearer now. Comes up. Ball on the ground, no finger underneath it, not out. You know, so Sheldon, I don't see Bravo playing again. Yes, Kirk, and I don't have an issue with Gabriel playing, but certainly Bravo is not playing again. As I said, anybody can be dropped. Absolutely anybody can be dropped. And maybe you must even try Bravo too. I might as well you just rotate and hope for a score. So maybe, Sheldon, you are right. Maybe we should try Bravo. We can try anybody. You can even try me. This team is pathetic, shambolic, is what the gentleman from South Africa said. Mr. Cricket Forum, nobody's spot in the West Indies team should be cemented unless you are on scoring runs. That Silver spot. What a shot that Silver played. How can you give that out, umpire? That ball clearly drop on the ground. That ball clearly grounded. These umpires are blind. These umpires need to see the opticians. They are blind. West Indies is 150 and you're going to give that out? These umpires are blind, absolutely blind. What image did he get to make that decision? He needs to show me what he was seeing that I was not seeing. And I don't need to put on my glasses to see that that ball fell at the ground. These umpires are not seeing. What's wrong with these umpires? How is that out? Ashwin got 5. West Indies all out for 150. Oh, what a disgraceful. After winning the toss and batting. You don't blame Warrican. Warrican is in this team to bowl. He's not in this team to bat. Charlie X is a long time I haven't seen you. And please don't forget our official partner, One Win. Their links are in the video description. So please register with One Win today. And when you make your first deposit, use the code TCF101 and get a 500% bonus credit. So register with One Win today. The link's in the live chat and it's in the video description. At the very top of the video description, they are the official partner of the Cricket Forum, and we'll shout them out. McFarlane, you and McFarlane, let's hope the Reggae Boys can bring some smile to the Caribbean people tonight in the Gold Cup, because West Indies is giving us headaches. Yes, you and McFarlane, we look forward as the West Indies, as Jamaica play Mexico in that Gold Cup semifinals tonight. Too bad, when we met up on Trinidad, Sheldon, and Sheldon's got, I know that Sheldon would like this. We ease past Trinidad 3-love. Was it? Oh, 4-1. Oh, Trinidad scored a lucky goal. I think it was 3-love, and then Trinidad scored a lucky goal. And so we just scored another one and let them know that we were 3 goals better than them. What you say about that, Sheldon? How you doing, Sheldon? It was a 4-1. And we brush aside St. Kitts 5-love, and then we beat Guatemala. And I think we draw against the US. So tonight is the semifinals of the Gold Cup. And Jamaica will be playing Mexico. So as I said, McFarlane, just hope that Jamaica can bring some joy to us as we beat Mexico tonight. Poor and 𝚑𝚑 King should be in the team. But I keep on saying that I'm not saying that these guys should not be in the team. In the case of Pooran, though, I need Pooran to start playing some red ball cricket. And to tell you the truth, under normal circumstances, I would not have hope in my test team. With a batting average of 25.05, I would not have him in my test team. But as I said, anybody can play. And maybe Hope should come in as a wicket keeper. Maybe Hope should come in as... And again, because what was Da Silva doing this morning or this afternoon? What kind of shot was Da Silva playing? The ball was close to him, probably closer to him than the pad that he is wearing. And he tries to cut the ball. Anybody can play. Tony Ramsamy, thank you. West Indies do not have enough players for multiple teams. Clive Samuels, how are you? Good afternoon, sir. Guys, let's not talk with emotion. Clive Samuels, the same team needs to play for T20 and Test and ODI. Some persons are saying, a number of persons are saying so. Bravo was the second leading scorer in the 4-day championship that just concluded. So, as I said, Sheldon, anybody can play right now. It doesn't matter to me who they pick. If these guys are going to be so brainless in their batting. You know what is comforting to me, though? It is not Hatane's innings that is so much comforting to me now. This morning, a lady called me. And she was calling several times. I never knew who it was because I don't know the number. I finally called her back. And she introduced herself to me and told me that her 12-year-old son desperately wants to play cricket. And that the school that he's going to in September, they don't play cricket there. And she wants me to get him into a school that play cricket because the young man is so desperate to play cricket. And this was one of the young men from one of the primary schools that I went and introduced cricket to. And it lifts my heart to know that we have a youngster who desperately wants to play cricket. And as I said, if we go around to these basic schools and primary schools one day every 2 months and introduce cricket to these youngsters, how many more of them will desperately want to get into a school that play cricket? And then we'll widen the pool. The boys and girls want to play cricket, but we need to introduce it to them. Someone introduced that cricket to us, We may not remember when it happened, or how it took place, but in the beginning, someone introduced cricket to us. So we must make it a part of our effort to get West Indies cricket back on top, that we go to these schools and we introduce cricket at the kindergarten level and at the primary school level. Volunteer sometime. Ali Ada, my good friend from Australia, BCCI is just using their financial muscles in bilateral series. Well, to be honest, the BCCI, I don't agree with you, Ali Ada. I don't necessarily agree with you. Because in all honesty, India is one of the teams that go around and play more cricket so that the lesser teams, because India will play us far more often than our Australia play us. For India knows that when they play against us, we make some money. When we play against India, Australia, and England, we make some money. India knows that. And that is why one of the reasons why India plays so much cricket. Because they know that they brings in the money to the other team when they play. You know, so we have to look at things from different angles. That's not out. Yes, it's not out. It's not out. It's clearly not out. So I don't know why they gave it out. I would give him out as well. Let's this sad story come to an end. No, but that's not a good reason to give him out. David Fairclough, welcome to the show. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Christopher Bristol, how are you? No matter what, West Indies all the way, brother. Win or lose, I will support them until the day I die. That's why we are here, though, Christopher. We are West Indies supporters. Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. And remember to support One Win. Just click in the video description and register today with One Win. And let us enjoy the game. You can get bet on a wide variety of sports. Bet you can on a very, very wide variety of sports. You can also play poker and you can also play casino. So Mark Shaw, what a disgrace. Drop everyone. Truly, truly Mark Shaw. Is this total a one-man score for India? Well, let's see, let's see, because 150. I don't think that India is probably going to make 400 because I don't think so. I think they're not going to make 400. I don't think. But how many will we make in the second innings? I think we probably will bowl out India for about 300, 280, 300. I think we'll probably bowl them out like that. And I expect that we'll probably get about 3 wickets this evening. Just about another 2 hours left in the day's play. So we'll probably get about 3 wickets this evening. 4 wickets will be good, but we'll probably get about 3 wickets this evening. A real cricketer should be able to play all format, like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. That is so true. The genuine batsman can play all format. K-Mac is definitely playing in the next match. Yes, Kirk McKenzie should play in the next match. The reefer experiment has come to an end. It should stop now, right now. It should not continue any longer. Bobby Buns, you need to contact me. Send me an email, please. We're talking about that supporters group. So Bobby Buns, send me an email. I like Brathwaite intent, but Jesus, wait until lunch. True, I was glad to see that Brathwaite was playing some attacking strokes. But my man, the ball is going across you and you try to hit it in the other direction. You're right. It is said in Test cricket that at the start of the match, the first session belongs to the bowling team. So if at lunch West Indies were 40 without loss, 45, 50, 60 without loss, that would have been a very good session for the West Indies. Cricket Forum Shea don't want to keep in Test matches because of his knees, which shocks me because apparently he is good enough to keep for 50 overs. But remember, in Test cricket, you may end up keeping for 200, 220 overs in the match. Bobby Buns, as I said, you need to send me an email. That was a short delivery from Roach. He tries to pull it, and there's taken on the body, and there's no run. So that's the first delivery of the in. Alec Atane seemed future star for West Indies. True, we wish that he developed. He looked very balanced at the crease. When he was batting, he looked very assured. He should be in the team in tests and ODIs. I agree with you. I agree with you. Lyndon Stevens, welcome to the show. West Indies doing West Indies, no surprise. That's a good one, Lyndon Stevens. Sharp outside the off stump. The batsman leaves alone and it goes through. And that's another thing that we were not doing this morning too. We were not leaving alone. I disagree with you a little bit on the Pooran issue. Oh, Travis Brathwaite, you knows me. I have no objection to you disagreeing with me. You know how I stay. You know, we voice our opinions. We don't have to agree. We voice our views. We have a drink and put forward our opinions. That's how I stay, Travis Brathwaite. I told you, I was a CEO of a company, and one morning we had a meeting, and I made a suggestion to everyone around the table, and they agreed with me, and I fired the entire lot because everybody just can't agree with me like that. You cannot just agree with me like that. Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. And again, I told you, register with one win. Their links are in the video description. The links are also in the live chat. And so register. And remember that when you make your first deposit, courtesy of the Cricket Forum, use the code TCF101 and get 500% bonus. Chase keeps getting selected for all teams somehow. So why Pooran can't get selected for a test based on good form? Good point there, Travis Brathwaite. And earlier I said about Pooran needs to play some red ball cricket. That may be so, to show intent. But I think the batsman, Jarasal, who is batting 𝚑𝚒𝚘𝚗 has not played. I don't think 𝚑𝚑𝚘𝚗 has played much red ball cricket for India. And he's in this team keeping. I remember when David Warner first played Test cricket, although he used to play Sheffield Shield cricket, it was really his T20 form that carried him into the Test team. So, Travis, maybe you're right. Roach pitched up to the left and then Jarasal, and he just strokes it out into the offside, and there is no run. So it's Jarasal opening with Kohli. So after 1 over, India replying to West Indies 150 are none for none. There are a number of persons who are listening to the show who are not watching the cricket, and they need the constant live up to date. And I want to welcome you all who are listening. So West Indies made 150. India in reply at this stage are none without loss. So Joseph to take up the bowling from the other end. So Rhodes started and Joseph will start from the other end. Cornwall is an embarrassment. No way he can sprint. He can't dive. He falls. He falls. He's a laughing stock when he walks out in the international arena. So Sean Brooms making his comment about Cornwall, which he's entitled to do, which he's free to do, because as we watch, Joseph runs in bowl to Rohit Sharma trying to top that one off the hip. It cannon into the tie pad, and there is no run. And the score remained none for none after 1.1 over. A number of persons, you see, Cornwall selection will always cause controversy. We know that it will always cause controversy, and it has been that way ever since. West Indies will turn things around in 1 or 2 years. Give them some time to readjust to modern skill. Pravam Kumar, we have given them a number of time. What was that from Joseph? That was wide down the leg side. Da Silva has no chance, and it goes into the fine leg boundary for 4 wide. So the score moves up now to 5 without loss. So the 4 wide, the wide plus the 4 by, and the score moves up now to 5 without loss. What was that? He lost his radar completely there. It was way down the leg side. Da Silva has no chance whatsoever, and it runs away into the fine leg boundary. Oh, whoa. That was disgraceful from Joseph. I hope he doesn't follow the batsman. But Joseph, I rate him highly. Over the wicket, ball to 𝚎𝚘, and 𝚎𝚘 gets a short delivery, and he pulls it away, back down behind square leg for 4. He just clip it off his hip, down to the boundary, back with a square leg for 4, and the score moves up now to 9 without loss. So Rohit Sharma is off the mark, a short one from Joseph. It's set up to be it. It just barely comes up, and he just clips it off his hip, down behind square, down to the backward square leg boundary. Bobby Bonds, remember, as I said, I think that 𝚎𝚘 needs to go up the order before we drop him. He looks so hurried. He looks so hurried. That 𝚎𝚘, I want to, after that, well, he went up the order today at number 6, and he didn't make any runs. He cut one that was closer to him than the pads that he's wearing, and he was out caught behind. And, you know, I was very disappointed with the dismissal of that 𝚎𝚘. Joseph Bolt to Sharma, loud appeal. They need to review this one. It looks very, very straight. Please review that one. I would review that one. You have to review it, Brathwaite. He has to review it. Has he gone up? That one looks very straight. Has he reviewed it? Yes, he has reviewed it. That one looks very straight. Maybe height. It looks very straight. It looks very straight. That one looks very, very straight. Pitched in line, it just above the knee roll, maybe clipping leg stumper, it could be umpire's call, maybe height, as I said, maybe height. Let's watch, maybe height. Dane, how are you? Long time don't see. The ground staff knew that India was coming months ago, and the best they could do is to prepare a spin-friendly pitch. This is why the West Indies is lowly rated. They prepare pitches in favor of the opposition. Impact inline, clipping, umpire's call. Umpire's call. Wow. You know, I'm good at this. Don't talk the truth. I'm good at this. I'm very good at this. Oh my God, I'm good at this. Bobby Bonds, we need to link up and find and develop some talents. Please send me an email, Bobby Bonds. Please send me an email and let us start. Let us start. Yeah, the ground staff, yes. As I said in yesterday's show, Craig Brathwaite said that he requested Joseph Bolt to Sharma, and Sharma beaten outside the half stump. Da Silva is appealing. The bat was far from the body. So if it nick anything, it should be the bat. I don't like the smile on Sharma's face. He might just got a nick. Let's see this. Let's see what happened here. Wow, the ball changed direction, you know. The seam of that ball changed direction. Did he get a nick? I want to see cynical. The seam of the ball changed direction as Joseph now begins to pump up. He passes the umpire, ball to Sharma outside the Aston. He didn't play at this one, through to the keeper, and there is no run. That ball, after the ball passed the bat, the seam changed direction. The seam definitely changed direction. Yes, that is true, Dane. It is disgraceful from the ground staff. MS, how are you doing? I don't mind if they lose because India is a better team, but they have to show up to fight. That is true, MS. That is true. Joseph again, length to the stride and ball to Sharma, and Sharma clipped this off his pad down to the man and the backward square leg boundary who runs in. That looks to be Warrican. The score moves up to 10 without loss at the end of over number 2. I can't read that Tony Ramsamy. No, they won't put back West Indies to bat today. What was the older doing? What was older doing? Looked like a good partnership was developing. Then he fall for the trap. His brain was up his ass, Bobby Bonds. That's what older was doing. He has his brain up his ass. The Caribbean is the only place where we prepare the pitches that better suited the opposition team. That is true, sir. That is very true. That is Tate 𝚎𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑 Shell and Smith we can dial up Ambrose and Walsh. We need to bowl out India for 70. It's always good for a laugh, Sheldon. It's always good. So Sharma now to face to Roach. Roach over the wicket, and Sharma leaves that one on length as it bunks over the stump, which our West Indies batsman doesn't do. I always say our West Indies batsmen don't do that. Drop Chanderpaul or have him bat at number 5. Well, there's another suggestion. I want to drop Chanderpaul, not yet. I'm giving him the other 3 innings, both him and Brathwaite. I wouldn't drop him, not yet, but they need to come to the show. They need to come to the party. Roach over the wicket, 3 slips goes down, and Sharma covers up and plays the ball down the offside to the man at mid-off who looks to be older, and there is no run. So Cornwall is at first slip as expected. So 3 slips under gully. India 10 without loss, replying to West Indies 150 in their first innings. Victor Darnay, how are you doing? Glad to see you on the live show. Why Hope is not in this team? Because he averages 25.05 in Test cricket. So I guess the selectors are looking at that. Roach over the wicket, ball to Sharma, and a copybooks forward defensive strokes. He plays it out to the man at cover, and there is no run. News coming that Sunil Narine eager to travel 35 hours to play in leagues, but not interested to play for West Indies. West Indies Cricket Board must not give NOC to such disgraceful players like Sunil Narine. In truth and honest, Sunil Narine doesn't need a NOC from the West Indies because he's not on a retainer. Roach bowled to Sharma, and Sharma, that was a low full toss, and he comes on the front foot and he drives and he opens the face of the bat and it runs away down to the backward point boundary for 4. So India have now moved up to 14 without loss, and we are in over number 3. So that was a low full toss from Roach looking for the Yorker. Sharma managed somehow to get back onto it, and it flew down the boundary. Again, don't give me any trouble. Roach pulls up. So this internet, what happened? The thieves have stolen the cable. And so I have to be using some makeshift internet because the thieves have stolen the cable. So I have no Wi-Fi. And maybe that's why I'm having so much internet challenges, because the thieves have stolen the cable and Wi-Fi. So maybe that's why I'm having so much. So Brian H., how are you doing? Brian H., how are you? So that's the end of the over. Let's talk about Narine. So Narine does not have a retainer contract, so West Indies cannot not give him he doesn't need an NOC from the West Indies. Now Narine will be playing a match tomorrow as Roach, the final delivery, bowls to Sharma, and Sharma copybook forward defensive, guides the ball down to backward point where Warwick can field at the end of the over, 14 without loss. So Sunil Narine is going to play for the Los Angeles Knight Riders tomorrow night. That's Thursday night. After the match, he will fly to England to play a match starting 8:30 Jamaican time Saturday morning. If his team win the match Saturday, they will play the second match. And after the second match Saturday evening, he will then leave and fly back to the United States to play a match for his team, the Los Angeles Knight Riders, Sunday evening. So in 75 hours, Sunil Narine will be playing 3 matches in 2 different continents. That's franchise cricket for you. Can someone tell me the point of Raymond Reifer? What does he have? He has no value. Brian H., Reifer has no value. What is Raymond doing? Yes, he has no value. The Reifer experiment has come to an end, and it must stop now. It must stop right now. It cannot continue. 𝚒𝚑𝚒𝚘𝚒𝚗 is a committed cricketer. Remember that he played club cricket while waiting on a rescheduled flight to go to the IPL. Yes, he's very committed. You cannot take that away from 𝚒𝚑𝚒𝚗 as Joseph beat Jarasal outside the half stump as we are in the 4th over now. Anthony, welcome to the show. This is a pathetic display by West. Indeed, it's a pathetic. I think the guy from South Africa, whatsoever his name is, I don't remember his name, earlier in the chat said it was a shambolic batting display. It is shambolic, it is pathetic, it is brainless. And as I said, these batsmen, except for Chanderpaul, who I think got a good one as Joseph makes his way in over the wicket, ball to Jarasal, loud appeal taken on the pad again. But this one just pitched outside the leg stump. I think it just touched down just outside the leg stump as Jarasal tried to work it on the inside, beaten for pace. And was that outside the leg stump? Maybe just outside the leg stump. Or did he get some bat on it? But that was a good delivery from Joseph. Let's watch as Joseph collects the ball from the mid-off fielder. He now turns at the top of his mark. He looks up and see that Jarasal is ready now. He breaks into that run-up. He just about there and ball to Jarasal down the leg side through to Da Silva, and there is no run. 𝚒𝚑𝚒𝚗𝚒 is committed, but unfortunately not committed to play for the West Indies. Yes, you're on point. Need two quick player bowlers, need two quick fast bowlers. Accuracy can be sacrificed sometimes for speed in Test cricket. Good point there, 𝚋𝚎𝚜𝚘𝚗. As we watch Joseph now, he continues to bowl to Jarasal. He's just about passes the umpire, just about now, and bowl to Jarasal. A sharp rising delivery outside the half stump, well taken by Da Silva. That was a good leap there by Da Silva as he leaps. Oh, he didn't catch it. Oh, I thought he catch it because the television producer didn't show the ball going into the boundary. And that one was a good steep bouncer. So because the television producer never showed the ball going into the boundary, I thought that Da Silva catch it. He was showing Da Silva. Now they are showing it going into the boundary. 4 more by. That was a sharp bouncer there from Joseph. So India are now 18 without loss. We are in 1 delivery remaining in over number 4. I think we should try the spinners. Immediately. Cornwall needs to come and bowl immediately. Joseph passes the umpire and bowl to Jarasal down the leg side. Joseph is not bowling good. I want to see Cornwall bowls from Joseph ends. And at the end, when Roach bowl like probably 5 overs, Joseph takes over from that end. I would love to see Cornwall bowling from Joseph end. That would be the strategy. We have to try something different. So you'll give Roaches 5 overs, but you'll try Cornwall right now. Or if, I was thinking that probably could try Jason Holder for a few, but I would go with Cornwall from Joseph ends. And when Roach, and don't bowl Roach for 5 overs, bowl him for 4. Very sharp burst. And then you bring back Joseph for another 3 overs from Roach end. And then you bring back Ola for another 3 overs. So I will continue Roach. Roach bowl to Sharma. Sharma open the face of the bat and runs it down towards third man. Brathwaite gave chase and they're back for the second. And so the score moves up now to 20 without loss. Sharma is on 11. Jaiswal is yet to get off the mark. And India is 20 without loss. 20 without loss. West Indies, what is this? West Indies don't deserve commitment from TNT players. Sheldon, don't come with Sheldon. We have been doing good. Sheldon, come on, man. Sheldon, let's not go there, Sheldon. It's the West Indies we are talking about today. If you're talking about some football, we can talk about Trinidad. The last time we broke up Trinidad, we get them 4-1. So if you're talking about football, but we're talking about West Indies cricket right now. So let's not look at country. Let's look at what is good for West Indies cricket. Agreed totally that all 𝚒𝚑𝚒𝚗𝚒 focus on money, but never about pride of West Indies and fans of West Indies. So thank you for your comment. Let's watch as Roach over the wicket, ball to Sharma, and Sharma again just defends out into the offside to backward point where Warwick can field and there's no run. People calm down. This is Test cricket. Allow the bowlers to get second first. But we only have 150. And Karas Shamas, I don't have anything with you making that point, you know. And that's the beauty of the community. This is what we want to foster in this community. Different ideas, different suggestions. So if you think we should continue with Joseph and Roach, I have no issues with that. I personally, I don't mind trying something. I don't mind trying Cornwall for 2 or 3 overs. I don't mind doing that. But if you think that that's not the way we should go, it's okay with me, because as I said, that's what I love. I love the feedback. I love the different opinions. I don't love the country thing. I don't love Guyana, and I don't love Jamaica, and I don't love Trinidad when we're talking West Indies cricket. I love to talk the cricket, and I love the opinions and the strategy that we are going to employ. That is what I like when we are here. Not about country, but about West Indies, because we are the West Indies, and that's what we should promote. India playing 4 spinners, West Indies playing 1 spinners. How come? No, we have 2 spinners, Warwick, and it's 2 spinners India play. 2 spinners India play, and we are playing 2 also. We are playing Warwick and Cornwall as Roach over the wicket, ball to Sharma, and Sharma defends down to the man at mid-on, and there's no run. At the end of over number 5, India are 20 without loss, replying to West Indies 150 all out on the first day at the first test at Windsor Park in Dominica. Cricket West Indies need to reimburse the Nutsman and Snow Cone for their expenditures, because when I say Athena, they are not making any money at the match. They are not, because they invest and nobody's coming to the match to watch it because West Indies is so poor. Pooran's lack of Test cricket batsmanship affecting his ODI batting. Always believe that Pooran can easily score 30 to 40 ODI century. He needs to develop patience at the crease. Good point, good point. So Joseph to continue. So Brathwaite not mixing it up at all. Travis, Brathwaite not mixing it up at all. We have to hope to restrict India to 350. And if we bat well second time around, we may be able to set them 120 on 4th and a 5th day pitch. And the slashes outside the half stump, misses, go through to the keeper, and there is no runs. Dangerous stroke there by Jaswal. He's obviously flustered by the pace of Joseph. And that is what persons are saying. That why do we prepare this pitch when these young Indian batsmen, most of them have never seen the pace of Joseph in a red ball game? You know, the pitch was something, man. The pitch. Joseph bowled to Jarrell, who drives down to mid-off, and there's no run, and the fielder Roach field, and the score remains and 20 without loss over number 6. Ashwin was bowling in the first hour. So Sheldon is probably backing up. Well, Sheldon, did we not see how the spinners ate us up? We need to take our shots with ours. Okay, Sheldon. So Sheldon is here say, okay, thank you, Sheldon. Thank you, Sheldon. Joseph over around the wicket to bowl to Jarrell, and that's a solid defensive strokes into the offside to the field at cover, and there is no run. So Sheldon, you're agreeing with me, so we can probably try Cornwall for over R2. That's what I think, Sheldon. And that's the beauty of the community. Some will disagree, some will agree. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think we should try Cornwall for over R2? Thanks for conducting this show. It gives chance to come to West Indies fans to exchange views and share thoughts. Absolutely. That's what I am happy for. So Joseph bowled to Jarasal, and this one cuts away. Let's see, it runs into the boundary. I never saw the shot. The replay is coming up. It looks like it was a short delivery, though. It looked like it was in the air. Let's see the replay. Joseph round the wicket, ball to Jarasal. It was short, and he uppercuts it over backward point down to the boundary for 4. So it was short outside the Aston. Definitely. I will say this again. Joseph, to me, is the best bowler in the West Indies team. But after this over, I will pull him out of the attack and I will try Cornwall for 2 or 3 over. Joseph round the wicket, ball to Jarasal, short, and he pulls it down backward of square left to the man on the boundary, and they are through for a single, and the score moves up to 25. That one was pulled. Chanderpaul was the fielder on the boundary in the shade. And yet to see the replay if it was in the air. But it was a sharp, short bouncer from Joseph, and Jarasal pulls down to the man and the backward square leg boundary, and they're through for a single. The replay has not yet come up for me to see if it was in the air. Probably they're not going to show it. So Sharma now is on strike. 25 without loss as Joseph switched to over the wicket to bowl to the right-handed Sharma. He's just about there. 2 slips goes down and he bowled to Sharma. Short, and Sharma just whipped this off the hip down to Reefer on the fine leg boundary. A single, and at the end of over number 6, it's 26 without loss. I definitely think that Cornwall should get a few from the Joseph end. We are also only giving Roach 1 more over. Good afternoon, Mr. Bro. Nice seeing you. Nothing positive to say, so I'll keep quiet. I'm watching because I love the game of cricket. Keep up the good work you are doing. Thank you very much, Valerie R. I appreciate that, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And don't forget our official partner, One Win Betting. Their links are in the video description. Their links are also in the live chat. Please register with One Win Betting today and enjoy the game. You know, you can bet on almost any aspect of the cricket game and other live sports also. When you register with One Win, their links are in the live chat. Their links are in the video description. When you register with One Win, you can enjoy and bet on a wide variety of sports. You can also play poker and you can also play casino. So One Win is the official partner of the Cricket Forum. Roach over the wicket, bowl to Sharma, who defends out into the offside, and there's no run. So Roach is in his 4th over, none for 6 so far after 3.1 over. So Joseph is a bit on the expensive side. I'll pull him for now. One Bobby Buns, remember, send me an email. I hope you have done so already. Sad to say, Pooran will not get better in ODIs or even T20. He's playing too much swing and hit cricket. He will never evolve to his full potential. That's Bobby Buns. Clipped away by Sharma, misses as he tries to flick that one down the leg side through to the keeper, and there is no run. Interestingly, for the 2nd consecutive ICC tournament, there was no West Indian in the team of the tournament. So the recently concluded Cricket World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, no West Indian made the team of the tournament. And this was a 2nd consecutive tournament. It was the same thing at the T20 World Cup in Australia earlier this year. And no West Indian made that team. Remember when India couldn't make runs against us and we waved white flag, and they waved the white flag to surrender. That was at Sabina Park, yes. Salsa Dancer, welcome to see you on the live show. Welcome, nice to see you here. Short pull, misses, shoot, keeper, and there's no run. So a little hostility here from Roach, as India replying to 150 or 26 without loss in their first innings. We're in the 7th over, being bowled by Roach, who have just conceded 6 runs so far from his 3.3 overs. That was a short one again. And I tell you, these Indians don't love the short stuff. They don't love it. And yet still, we prepare a very flat, spinner-friendly pitch. Sharma seconds over his bat as Roach runs in now to bowl to him over the wicket and bowl to Sharma, and Sharma turns it into the onside in the region of the square leg umpire, and through for a single. The score moves up to 27. Sharma now moves up to 13. Jarasal is on 5. India 27 without loss in over number 7. This is extremely frustrating. Salsa dancer, yes. West Indies are very weak against spin. India's Ashwin as the number 1 ICC test bowler. Jadeja is rated number 10, but we prepare a spinning pitch. Now, don't you think that the groundsman, and I'm not going to call him curator, because if he was a curator, he would have prepared the pitch that Brathwaite wanted. So I will call him groundsman. Don't you think we should fire the groundsman? The groundsman should be fired for preparing such a pitch. Plus, Ashwin accounted for 2 of our top 3 batsmen. So there it is. Sheldon is saying, try Cornwall. Try Cornwall. Good stop at backward point there by Chanderpaul. Very good stop. Diving full to his left. Roach round the wicket, ball to Jarasal. He allows that one to go through to the keeper. And there's no run. At end of over number 7, India 27 without loss. Replying to West Indies 150 all out on the first day of the first test match. I hate this advertisement. You see, the advertisement with the West Indies players. You know, the one that when at the end of it, Ambrose turn up and said, my turn. I hate this advertisement. I don't know how come they're in an advertisement. I don't know how come they're in advertisement. In today's cricket, it's up to each individual player to work hard on their game. No excuse, particular when they have all video clips of opposition. Good point there, Pravan Kumar. Very good point. Very, very good point. We are such a welcoming people that we set a spin Indian friendly wicket to make life easy for them. Relax, Rohit and boys. Enjoy the beauty and ambience of our country. Well done, Ian. Well done. I love these people in this community, you know, because they always just come up with something to give you a smile, to cheer you up, to give you a smile. Well, Cornwall is coming on. Are they listening to us, Sheldon? Sheldon, it looks like they're listening to us and they're passing on the information to Bratty. They're probably listening to us, Sheldon. And that's what I like about the community. We come up with suggestions. We just don't look at it. So Cornwall, first delivery, back now to bowl to Sharma, and Sharma defends. That's the first delivery. Let's watch Cornwall. Going to be very interesting here. Cornwall. Bowling to Rohit Sharma. He comes in and bowls to Rohit Sharma with a slip on a forward shot leg, and that one turns a little. Sharma defends, and the man at first slip just run towards the vicinity of a short gully and field, and there is no run. So let's watch Cornwall. Sharma circles over his back as the slip crouches. The forward shot leg crouches, and Cornwall bowl. He uses his feet down the pitch, and he defends down the offside of the pitch. The field at cover field, and there's no run. Good start here by Cornwall. Is it in the spot? Rohit Sharma is going to get a go at him. But Cornwall have developed the dooser, and Sharma doesn't know that. And he turns this one into the onside, into the region of a forward short leg, past the man at forward short leg, and they go through for a single. So Rohit is up to fourth. Now 28 for none. We're in the 8th over, being bowled by Rakeem Cornwall. Jarasal on 5 comes into strike. Let's watch the field. There is a slip, a backward point, a cover, a man on the long off boundary as Jarasal circles as Cornwall round the wicket, and he sweeps this away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. So Jarasal pulls out the sweep. He swept that well down forward of the umpire, down to mid-wicket for 4. You can see him hitting on the top of the ball. So there was no chance of that ball going in the air. Hit on the top of the ball. He hit it down. Look at that. Well played. And down to the boundary for 4. So that was swung away nicely by Jarasal. So let's see how Cornwall will reply. It's going to be a very interesting round the wicket. Bowl to Jarasal, and Jarasal defends down to mid-off, and there's no run. The score remains at 32 at the end of over number 8. So Cornwall first over conceding 5 runs. Not a bad start by Cornwall. The score is 32 without loss. Jarasal on 9 and Rohit Sharma on 14. I really like that, Ian. Thank you for making me laugh. Bowling friendly pitch, but we are not hitting the right length. We are not hitting the right area. Yes, the champion. I don't think it is necessarily such a bowling friendly pitch at this time. I think it was a good pitch to bat on. I really think it's going to be more difficult to bat on when it comes to the third day, if the match lasts that long. Well, it will go into the third day. I think India will probably bat out tomorrow or late into tomorrow. But I think it's going to become more difficult to bat on after day 2 as we touch the yes. So Joseph has switched round to Roach ends and bowled to Sharma, and Sharma just tucked that one into the onside, and there's no run. Exactly how I said it should be done. Cornwall comes on and replaces Joseph, and then Joseph bowls from Roach end. So you have to wonder if they are listening to me. Sid, how are you doing? How much money did 𝚑𝚑𝚒 get for preparing a spin-friendly wicket? They are blaming players choosing franchise when 𝚑𝚑𝚒 is a sellout. Well, I have no evidence of that, Sid, but Sid Ali are hitting hard. I have no evidence of that. I cannot say anything about that. Joseph bowled to Sharma. And what happened there? Sharma is limping. Did what one take him on his toe? Let's see what happened here. The ball went down. The ball went down to fine leg. I never saw what happened. Let's wait on the replay. But it looks like it was a very, very good Yorker from Joseph. He's limping. Well, so let's watch. Yes, it was it was off the inside edge of the bat onto the toe. It was a low full toss. Off the inside edge of the bat onto the toe, and it runs away down to fine leg. Give credit to Reefer. He made a very, very good stop. Well done, Reefer. Well done. That's a very good stop from Reefer. You have contributed. Joseph over the wicket, ball to Jarasal, and Jarasal just tuck it off the hip into the region of mid-wicket where Roach field, and there is no run. 33 without loss. Jarasal 9. Rohit Sharma 15. West Indies under the coach. So Sid Aaron here, I told you so. Robin Singh and or Graham Fowler for head coach. Keith Aaron. Keith Aaron has been saying this over a year now. He really thinks that Robin Singh should be the coach. Sheldon Smith. Joseph over the wicket, ball to Jarasal, drives and it peels off the outer portion of the bat. It will run very close to the third man boundary. Chanderpaul gave chase and stopped it just inside the boundary, and they are back for a second. And so Joseph continues to be expensive. He's in his 4th over, none for 19 so far. The score moves up to 35 without loss. We're in over number 9. Rohit is on 15. Jaiswal is on 11. So he pitched up. Jaiswal went into the drive, peeled off the outer portion of the bat all along the ground, and runs very close to the third man boundary where Chanderpaul it in just inside the boundary and limit to 2 as Jarasal circles over his bat. Joseph now makes his way over the wicket, ball to Jarasal who defends down the offside of the pitch, down to the field at mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 35 without loss. So you're saying that Lara be in the pavilion cussing over a strong drink. Wow. So you know more than me, Sheldon. The thing with this pitch, it gives us a good chance of winning, but we are not taking advantage of it. So the champion winning the toss and batting, we did poorly. We should still be batting. We should not have lost 4 wickets. For the wicket, ball to Jarasal. That's a sharp rising delivery. He managed though to keep it down, and it runs away just to the left of the umpire, down back with a square leg, and they got a single, and the score moves up to 36 without loss at the end of over number 9. So Joseph has so far bowled 4 overs for 20 runs, and I've got no wicket. Rohit Sharma is on 15, Jaiswal is on 12. India 36 without loss, replying to West Indies 150. So Atina and Sheldon is saying that Lara is cussing. Wow. So Sheldon, he will cuss only if he miss carnival. I love this community. I love the lyrics. I love the lyrics. The groundsman should lose his job immediately. Immediately. He should be fired immediately. I agree with you. Adrian Bishop. 𝚑𝚒𝚒𝚘𝚗 looks like our only genuine test batsman. Indeed. Indeed, he looks that way. You see the thing about persons like, so Cornwall bowls to Jarasal, and that's one touching down just about middle and leg stump, and there is no run. The thing about persons like King, Hope, 𝚑𝚒𝚒𝚗, even if they're not making any runs, they look the path. Round the wicket, bowl to Jarasal, who goes for a big shot high in the air. Let's see what will happen here. The fielder running back, but it's plugged and just out of the reach of Roach. So Cornwall there creating opportunities. So that was a big shot, went for by Jarasal. It took the top edge. It went high into the air. Over the head of the man at backward point, which was Kemar Roach. And he just couldn't get there. Jarasal looking to attack Cornwall. He seconds over his batters, Cornwall round the wicket. Ball to him and he's out, you know. Beaten outside the ash stump. That one turns. Cornwall is really getting some purchase here. And Jarasal is not backing down. He went for a big drive, but that one turned and leaves him. The silver couldn't effect the stumping quick enough as the batsman get back into his crease. As let's watch Cornwall. The cricket very interesting now. Cornwall round the wicket to bowl to Jarasal, and he pull out the sweep again, and he swept this down to the man and the backward square leg boundary, and they're through for a single. The score will moves up to 39, or is it 40? Let's watch. It's 39 without loss. The final delivery of the 10th over. So Cornwall here creating some opportunities here. And he looks penetrative. Cornwall looks penetrative. The final delivery of the 10th over to be bowled to Sharma. Cornwall bowled to Sharma. And that one, Sharma allows it to go through the end of over number 10. India are 39 without loss. So Cornwall have bowled 2 overs so far for 8 runs, but he has looked penetrative, no doubt about it. AR, how are you doing? Adrian Bishop? Yes, Adrian Bishop. West Indies giving us grief on the first day already. What can us do? We just have to continue to support the team. West Indies lost the tail end, the talented players to franchise cricket because of how they were treated between 2000 and 2010. When Gale was not playing, he influenced Bravo, Pollard, Narayan, Russell, etc. to get money. Sheldon Smith is saying, Atina Lara is not missing carnival. If he's in Trinidad, he will go and party during the test match. Keith Aaron is saying, I told you so. Robin Singh or Graham Fowler for head coach. Over to you, Mr. Reds. Okay, Aaron is not letting up on that. He just thinks that the best coach is Robin Singh for the West Indies. Bobby Buns, Sid Aaron, how are you, Sid? Sid is saying, this community needs to pay our OC works harder than CWI for West Indies cricket. We are 5,000 subscribers. Let's pay him $1 each month. $1 per month per subscribers, US dollars. Thank you very much, Sid. That would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice, Sid? That's why I love this community. Please like on the video and click on that subscribe button. Thank you, Sid. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sid. I hope they take up the offer. That would be good, right, Sid? That would be very good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love this community. They are always looking after me. Let's watch as Joseph begins to move in now. Over the wicket, ball to Jarasal, and he pulls down to the man on the fine leg boundary. They get a single. Warwick and field, and maybe Warwick should come into the attack now also. Because maybe both spinners should be bowling now. The champion. Lol, when I saw Reefer coming at number 3 today, did you saw Reefer average? The West Indies number 3 is averaging, I think, 26 or 27. Bishop was talking, and Bishop, you could see that Bishop couldn't bring it up. He couldn't bring it up. The Reefer experiment is at an end. I'm telling you, Desmond Haynes and Rowan Butcher have no clue of selection. Both of them is Bajan's bias. Warwick and Reefer is a waste of time. Older need to be dropped. Older should have been this team. But again, let's try and support who are there. Is there a level of communication link among all the regional groundsmen? They are, but I'm glad you use the word groundsmen and not creator. Joseph bowled to Sharma, and Sharma defends down the onside of the pitch. Joseph stopped in his follow through, and there is no run. How are you doing, Brian H? Good to see you. Absolutely absurd that reefer still gets called. Rather have seen Mackenzie to start getting him experience. That is true. I said it so many times. The reefer experiment is at an end. It's an absolute end. Please slash a like on the video and then click on that subscribe button. And please register with one win. Our official partner Joseph over the wicket, ball to Sharma, and he drives elegantly down back past the bowler. A perfect straight drive to go into the boundary now for 4. So Sharma just ease on his front foot and he just stroke it beautifully past Joseph. Stroke it back in the direction in where Joseph was coming from. The full face of the bat, and it trickles into the middle of long off boundary for 4. What a good shot by Sharma. Just missed the stump at the bowler's end. It was dead straight. Oh, Joseph just has to turn and admire. Let's see the response. Let's see the response now. As Sharma moves up to 19. India is on 44. Joseph passed the umpire just about now and bowled to Sharma down the leg side. And he clipped this away down to a short fine leg. Da Silva from behind the stump runs to his left and field. And they are through for a leg by. The score moves up to 45 without loss. We are in over number 11. Sharma remained on 19. With him, Jarasal on 16. Joseph, a so far bowled 4.5 overs and have conceded 25 runs. This is his final over in this second spell. Time for Warrican. Based on how Cornwall looks, he looks very threatening. I would give Warrican an over 2 also. Jarasal circles over his stump as he circles over his bat. Joseph over the wicket, bowled a full toss, and the batsman just strokes it down to mid-on, and there's no run at end of over number 11. India 45 without loss, replying to West Indies 150. Colin Coolidge, long time don't see you. West Indies should invest in players like Kirk Mackenzie, Kevlin Anderson, and Kevin Wickham. That is true, and I think they are doing that. They are doing that. It's now over to the batsman. You know, we blame Cricket West Indies for a lot of things. But Cricket West Indies invest in these players, you know. They invest in these players. Even if you look at the retainer contract alone, that is investing in the players so that the players, they have a salary so that they go and train and they own. That is investment, you know. And I know that West Indies, these players get programs from the coaches, even when they're not playing test cricket. And I always ask the question, and I'm not saying that Cricket West Indies should not be blamed for certain things, but when is it the responsibility of the players? 90 players just got a retainer contract on the 1st of July. 90. The cheapest one is $1,713. $1,713 US dollars every month. So Cricket West Indies invest in these players, both the men and the women. When does it becomes the responsibility of the players to put in the work? You know what I think? Maybe Cricket West Indies should stop paying these players retainer and pay them as they play. Maybe the retainer is making them too comfortable. Is that the answer? Sorry about that. Is that the answer that I just came up with just now? Is the retainer making these players too comfortable? And because they're getting this money every month, they are not working as hard as they should. But if they don't get the retainer and being paid to play, they will have to work harder to get into the team. Have I just come up with something? Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. Tell me what you think. Have I just come up with something? Should these players don't get any retainer and only get paid to play? Please shut your mouth. You know nothing about cricket. Always criticizing the selectors. Me just do not have good cricketers. That's the problem. Thank you for your comment. All comment is welcome. But when you're telling me to shut my mouth, make sure your grammar is good. Dennis Griffiths, make sure your grammar is good the next time. Reefer lacks defense. He will just leave anything that is not pitched up and drives after everything that's pitched up. How can you be our number 3? Can't defend or play in them. I wonder how much money Dennis Griffiths is getting from the selectors. You're being paid by them. You're being paid by them, Dennis Griffiths. Oh man, this community is one that we expressed ourselves. Warwick is coming into that. Am I a genius or not? Dennis Griffiths, you see that? Am I a genius or what, Dennis Griffiths? I said that Warwick should bowl right now, and Warwick is bowling. I must be a genius. I think Cricket West Indies is listening to this show right now. Every bowling change that I call for, they make it. Am I right or am I right? Every bowling change. Please slash a like on the video, Dennis Griffiths, and click on the subscribe button. Please. So let's watch the left arm orthodox spinner Warwick. Our captain is not addressing issues on the field. The bowlers don't seem to have a plan. So Warwick, let's watch Warwick. He's round the wicket. He bowled to Sharma, and Sharma hit this in the air, down towards mid-wicket, into the boundary. Let's see if it is 4 or 6. Let's see, 6 runs. No, Warwick is being tested here. Their number. No, this is a big move. This is a big move. Because obviously, Cornwall looks threatening. But if Warwick doesn't look threatening, no man, no, we could do that, but I don't try to be so. Thank you though, and that's easy to be done. But I try not to be petty. I try to able to live with different opinions. To live with different opinions. And that's what the community is all about. Once we can share different opinions, So maybe if he continues to be rude, because nothing wrong with him telling me, with he disagreeing with my opinion, but it's the way that he said it. He came across very rude. So nothing wrong with Dennis disagreeing with my opinion, but he probably could say it another way. So if he makes such another rude comment, I'll definitely back him, Ksir. But every man deserves a second chance. And then he will realize that this community is not one of those aggressive community where we have to win argument. This is not a community that is, you are intimidated and so on. This is a welcoming community where we share different views and we share strategies, So this is a drinks break. So I thank you all for tuning in. I've been going now for about an hour and a half. Thank you all for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video, and I will be back tomorrow morning to start the day's play. We hope that we'll get a few wickets this afternoon. Slash a like on the video, click on the subscribe button, and please remember, register with 1 win. Their links are in the video description. So register with one win. Their links are in the live chat. Thank you all for being here. Slash a like on the video. Have a great evening. We hope West Indies get a few wickets this evening, and I hope Jamaica win the match tonight. One love, Godspeed. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.